State Republicans broadsiding Governor Lamont in a fiery press conference today. The GOP leaders in the State House and Senate accuse Lamont of cultivating a, quote, culture of corruption. They're calling for investigations into a slew of matters that have cropped up during the governor's time in office. News 8 political reporter Mike Cerulli live for us at the Capitol with the details. Mike.
Good evening to you, Catherine. State Republicans, they want a new state inspector general, and they want the public to connect the dots on a series of events that have taken place throughout the governor's 6 years in office. And they rolled out a rather interesting prop to do literally just that, to connect those dots. Take a look at this. This is what they call a web of corruption. It describes, what they believe has been going on inside the Lamont administration. You might recognize some of the characters on here. There's Lamont's former deputy budget director who is facing federal extortion and bribery charges. There's an alleged ballot stuffer who is a major figure in Bridgeport's Democratic Party who is facing state charges. There's the chancellor of Connecticut State University system, who was revealed to have charged nearly $20,000 worth of meals to his state credit card. He has not been charged with any crimes and is still on the job. And Republicans say all these things taken as a whole paint a picture of an irresponsible administration. The governor, he fired back today.
Talk about corruption. Look where we were 20 years ago. Look who's involved then. Now you're talking about DMV and somebody over at OPM. Look, and we're going to get to the bottom of everything. I don't mean to be dismissive of it. I'm trying to do everything I can to give you confidence that the state's headed in the right direction. And I don't need these guys bad-mouthing the state every day.
They don't want to talk about anything that goes on in this building. And when you see what is going on in this building with the waste, fraud, and corruption and abuse, I wouldn't want to talk about it either if I owned it. So it's about time we finally do something about the taxpayer dollars that are being used on this waste and this fraud and this corruption.
And that Republican press conference was happening at the exact same time as the governor was gathered with his top public health officials. They were railing against the Trump administration for $150 million in federal grant money that Connecticut was supposed to receive is now being pulled back. All of that happening at the same time. We talked about the extent of those cuts earlier, and coming up at 6, you will hear more from the Republicans on their allegations. We'll recap the specifics of those public health cuts, and you will hear more of that really extraordinary exchange between the Republicans and the governor. Live at the state capitol tonight, Mike Cerulli, News 8.